to, because
These
women are,
niggas are lit.
women are dirty too. There's some women,
Absolutely.
you know, and you have a
Absolutely.
choice.
Listen.
Absolutely.
All right,
Listen.
we gonna move on.
Don't let the member lead you.
This topic is this is my topic per se. I wanted to discuss. I'm shocked you guys voted for it. Trump, the president that Black America needed. I'm gonna start. I feel like Trump was the perfect president for us.
Oh.
I have to agree. I'm sorry.
I do, because I feel like if Hillary would have been elected,
I'm about to like this.
everybody would have just thought like,
Feel for a second.
yeah, light your blunts, get your drinks.
That's a fact. Another 8 years of sleep.
Yo, Cypher know where I'm going already.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah.
If Hillary would have got elected, everybody would have had a sigh of relief, and everybody would have gone about their regular lives and just like been docile. I feel like our people are still a little docile, but because Trump turned up the racism in America so much that people had to start like paying attention, because you have Black people out here that feel like, you know, racist because they haven't experienced racism like crazy before Trump came around, that it's not as bad as people think. You have Spanish people who haven't experienced racism like that, but now in Trump's America, Black, Spanish, Chinese, everybody is experiencing full-fledged, in-your-face Karen racism. And I don't think the world would have been on fire the way it is. Justice Breonna Taylor, you know, everybody just being very like about it. The not fucking around crew when they had their guns and stuff. I don't think none of that was going on under Hillary. I think because Trump put a spotlight and put a battery in the back of all the racists in the world.
I agree.
It backed us into.
Can't sleep.
Can't sleep. You know, when you back an animal into a corner, they might fuck you up, and that's what happened. Like we got backed into a corner, and it actually started, believe it or not, with Barack Obama. A lot of people, a lot of white radical groups went from 300 to 1,200 by the time he was done, because people were mad that a Black man got elected. He didn't do anything for us. That's another topic for another day. We can vote on that too. But just the fact that he was in office made people upset. And then Trump came around and put the battery and lit the match and let the racists become on fire. And I just feel like when Trump got elected, y'all know, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. I work at a prestigious spot in Manhattan. When he got arrested and people wasn't getting into the club, you know, they were saying, "Oh, that's why I voted for Trump." They was doing that to me to get a reaction. But what I used to say, I voted for him too, and they would fuck their head up and they would keep it moving. I'm not gonna let people affect my mood, but they was. Imagine if they did it to me, they did it to other bouncers that they encountered when they couldn't get into a club or a bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get in. That's why I voted for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Trump brought out the type of racism that people haven't seen in decades.
Right.
Regular. So that's why I feel he was very important to us, because
Pat.
hold up. We was walking around here like shit is sweet, and it's never been.
I don't think if we haven't seen it in decades. I believe it was ignored. People were sleep under Obama. 8 years of Obama, people sleep, yo. How many Black people, like you can count the number of people who died from that 8-year span that Black people got slaughtered in the street by the police. And it makes me wonder, like, why, like you said, why now? Why now everybody's up? It's because of the atmosphere of racism in America right now that people are really starting to pay attention to. But it's like we wasn't paying attention to it when it was happening 8 years under Obama. When motherfuckers was getting murdered in Walmart for having toy guns in their hands, Tamir Wright, all these people, you feel what I'm saying, that got murdered within that span. It's because we still saw a black man in the office. And we were like, well, it's not as bad as we thought it was. Nah, it was just as bad. You feel what I'm saying? But we were sleeping. And now you can't sleep.
All right.
Because
Like
everybody's talking.
he brought up the racism. I'd rather have somebody call me a nigga in my face than call me a nigga.
Yo, I need to see my enemy, dog. Like, I need to see who you are. Like,
100%.
I don't want racist people to hide. I want to know who you are so I can defend myself. And that's our problem. Like, we want a comfortable slavery. That's what's wrong with black people. Even now, like you said, yes, Trump brought it out of people, but we're trying to run back to that. That's why people want to elect Biden, because we want to run back to being blind and being able to chill and not having to actually get up and do something at the end of the day. And that's our problem, man. We've been doing this for over 400 years already. Like, when enough is enough.
So my question is, are you guys fine with him getting reelected for another 4 years?
I am.
Let me tell you something.
It's gonna be if he gets reelected, it's gonna be like a Minnesota 0.20.
How bad do you think it's gonna be if he doesn't get reelected?
How bad? I don't know.
How bad do you think it's gonna be? If it's bad now and he's in office, if these people feel like he got cheated out of getting reelected, how bad do you think it's going to be when
get crazy?
It's going to get even crazier.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's crazy.
All right. Keep doing that. It's going to be a war there, but yeah.
The thing about it, it really, like, I don't care what president is in office.
Pretty much.
Nobody should. Our real issue is the Congress.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's the problem.
I just learned about that recently. We need to really start focusing on the Congress, because they're the ones that, the local politicians, they're the ones that control everything. The presidency, it's just a money grab, and you're a puppet. You know,
you're a puppet, right?
To the Federal Reserve. Black people and other minorities need to worry about group economics and getting ourselves in order. We don't like
Asians don't vote, B.
It starts locally. We got to do it in every state.
People don't vote.
We got to get our local officials in there.
You never see Asians walking
You're right.
around
People don't vote.
Talking about come vote, rock the vote, who's voting. You never see that stuff in their neighborhood. They don't care. At the end of the day, there's always going to be a Chinatown somewhere. They're always going to have their dollar circulate within a couple days in their community. They're going to be good. It doesn't matter to them who the president is at the end of the day, because it takes years for that stuff to trickle down to a neighbor. Like, the ghetto been the ghetto since this shit started. Like, there's no president that has ever changed the ghetto, that have ever changed anything that's going on in the ghetto.
And never will.
Never will.
We got to worry about each other. We got to,
It's always the people.
building up our communities. And,
it's the people.
Once we got money flowing through, and our money is circulating 5 and 6 and 7 times, and we're building up. We're making our people millionaires instead of everybody else. That's when they're gonna come with their. They're gonna come, take their shoes off at the door, take their hat off, and come and beg and, hey guys, really use your vote. And what you gonna do for us? Right now, it ain't like that. As soon as somebody's about to get elected, they start talking about hot sauce in their bag, and they start doing
because they know what time it is. That's nonsense, man.
I should be getting so mad when I be seeing that.
Yo, they came in kente cloth, B. Like, these motherfuckers kente cloth.
Yo, that kente cloth shit.
Yo.
And all that.
But what happened is a lot of people didn't think it was disrespectful. There were so many people saying, oh, they're showing, solidarity. It's just,
Oh, cause they know y'all like symbolic shit. Y'all don't like tangible stuff that's going on. They painted streets and gave you street signs and all that. Like I said, don't tell me about no George Floyd Boulevard or no Breonna Taylor Way. I don't care about none of that. Like if
And
you go
still
to every
no rent.
you go to every neighborhood in America, Martin Luther King Boulevard is the worst strip in almost every America. You can find any drug, any illegal activity that's going on on a Martin Luther King Boulevard. So don't give me that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about symbolic justice. Give me something that's tangible. When I go to go get a loan, are you gonna give me a loan with a good interest? If you're not gonna give me a loan with a good interest, all this other shit means nothing, and that's our problem. You feel what I'm saying? We're funneling all these monies to these organizations, Black Lives Matter, and what is Black Lives Matter doing? They funneling it right to the politicians. They're not even putting it in the hood.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? None of that money
Right.
goes to the hoods because nothing ever changes in the hood.
Never done.
And that's the problem. And that's our problem. We you know what it is? We have a problem with individually being hands-on. We looking for a leader. We're looking for an organization that we can put everything on and tell them to go do the work. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of us going outside and actually doing something. We're looking for a leader. That's why people just spend their money. You know, oh, here, I write a check, and don't even know where the hell that shit is going.
Yeah.
It's not going to the hoods. It's a sad thing, man. So I'm good with Trump being in office. I'm straight.
Yeah, like no president, Obama, Bush, Clinton. You know, Obama and Clinton, I ain't gonna lie, they probably two of the worst, man. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Oh, man.
I keep telling people, Bush was so incompetent that they had to put somebody smooth talking and charismatic in office. Like Bush was just like, he just showed that you just got to know people and you could become president. Like,
yeah, he was the first Trump.
I don't think Bush was incompetent. Bush made millions of dollars when he was in office, bro. No. That war in Iraq brought him millions and millions. See, this is the thing. They play stupid. Trump ain't no idiot, bro. He playing stupid. He know exactly what he doing, what he's saying. He's a reality TV star. He knows that if I say something, it's just going to get more ratings and people are going to focus on what I'm saying and not necessarily focus on what I'm doing. They know exactly. Bush is the same way. He know exactly what he was doing. Bush ain't no fool.
I think Bush had people behind him that was like, manipulating this. So like, I think Cheney was the brains of the operation. I think Bush was like really below the spectrum slow, bro. Like, like not even no joke. He was really, his facial expressions, like he don't never know me in the room. Like Bush, like another slow person that's successful, Eli Manning.
I knew he was going there.
His wife like cut his like he ride the short bus, bro. I'm not even joking. Yo. So none of these presidents are for us. They never will.
Yeah, we gotta get out this politician shit, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, we got
religion.
But like that guy said with the blueprint, we got to get the money first, and then we got to buy politicians. And the ones we can't afford to buy, we got to rent them so they could do what we do. That's the only way to get into politics, because all these politicians understand is money and dividends. They don't understand no changing for the people. They want money in their pocket.
Here's my question. What is Atlanta doing that we're not doing? Because Atlanta is literally Black America. Like you got black politicians, you got black doctors, you got black schools. You know what I'm saying? Like Atlanta is literally what America should be like right now, like black people. But it's not. So what is it, Atlanta?
Listen, there's still police brutality in Atlanta. So
it's still the same nonsense going on in Atlanta.
It's still happening, bro. It's been happening in the last 30 days.
Still happening. It's not. You know what it is? You know what it is? Atlanta is doing well when it comes to businesses and everything like that, but the structure.
Black-owned businesses.
Yeah, black-owned businesses and things like that.
Black-owned businesses.
Yeah, I give them that. I definitely give them that. But there's still a lot of things that's going on with that, though. There's still a lot of things that's not necessarily. It's still we don't own Atlanta. At the end of the day, there's still racist people walking around Atlanta. Like my homegirl live in a building right now in downtown Atlanta, and she say that the white neighbors be fucking with her in Atlanta. You feel what I'm saying? In Atlanta. So it's not. We don't own it. We don't own these places. You feel what I'm saying? See, Black Wall Street, we own, that was ours, but we didn't have no way of protecting it. So that was the problem. You know what I'm saying? Rosewood, that was ours. See, we still sharing stuff with other people. So you always gonna have that it's not gonna be 100% yours. It's always gonna be that little demon in the room. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Atlanta's good when it comes to that, but if we don't own Atlanta, Atlanta's not ours. You feel what I'm saying? They could take that shit back whenever they're ready to take it back.
Because we ain't got no army.
We ain't got no army. You only as strong as your army. Look at the United States of America. How you think the United States of America is a powerhouse? Our money ain't worth nothing. It's not backed up by anything. It's our military. America has a base in almost every country. How the hell does America occupy space in almost every country? And can't nobody do that shit here? It's a military power. We don't have no military. We don't have nobody that's backing us. So at the end of the day, you only as good as your military. Once your military fall, that's it. You can have a shit government, but if your military is on point and they're gonna protect you, then you good. That's how we bully people. We taking other people's oil, killing other people's leaders, all types of craziness, and you ain't never seen that happen here.
So what was that politician group that was outside of KKK headquarters?
Yo, we can't.
Hello, come in. Hello, come in. Yeah.
I don't.
Hello.
Simple mobile.
Telephone.
Say that again, bro.
Exit.
You know what?
Say that again, bro.
Yo, Tom, say it again. If you
Can
can
you hear me?
hear you.
I'm good.
You guys, you got to talk quick because you only got about 7 seconds of good signal, and then it starts to mess up. So you gotta say and then leave it alone. Yo, you should be giving the middle finger to your phone company.
Yeah, man. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what's your question, bro?
What was I saying? I was asking you, what was the name of that group that was outside the KKK headquarters? You know,
The Not Fucking Around crew? The Not Fucking Around crew?
Yeah.
What about
I like it.
Now I'm saying though, like you know, like you said that we don't have an army. I think we do have an army, but I think that we're not utilizing correctly.
They're based in one area. Yeah, we don't utilize. Nobody's thinking about that. Everybody's thinking about money.
Right.
Everybody's thinking about bread. They think that bread is gonna be the thing that gets you out of everything. No, bro. Like people are trying to avoid the reality that there will never be change in any area without bloodshed, bro. And that's just 100% honest. Like you can't buy your way out of anything in this world, especially in this world. If it was just that simple, then that's what America would do. If it was that simple, you feel what I'm saying? That's what they would do. There's countries you talk about Dubai, you talk about all these places, they can't buy their way into anything. If you can't take it by brute force, there's no way that you're gonna get anything that you're talking about. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like, look through history. Through history, it was always wars and people, all these great, Alexander the Great, all these other places. These are people who took things. They took the shit. They didn't go in there and buy it. They said, this shit is mine. I'm taking it. And the only way you go get it is if you take the shit back. Everybody's thinking about money. Money. Everybody can make money. You feel what I'm saying? Like, these people are looking at you like, yeah, if you make 100 million, I'm making 600 million. I don't care. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't care, but are you gonna take this shit from me? And that's our problem. Everybody want to kumbaya. Love the Lord. Jesus is coming. Let's hold hands.
Yo,
You
that's
feel what
another
I'm saying?
topic for another day.
No, we not gonna. No. How did the Haitians free themselves? How did the Haitians free themselves? They didn't. They prayed. They did their rituals, and in the morning they woke up and burnt everything the fuck down. Give me
As
my
we
island.
know.
They've been struggling ever since too.
And that's
Mobilize.
again because you
Right.
need a balance. It has to be a balance. It can't just be war and it can't just be money. It has to be. You have to be able to take your shit back and then sustain it. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be one-sided. It has to be a balance. And black people in this country have been off balance for a long time. And that's our problem.
By design.
Yeah, of course. But
Right.
I mean, 2020, bro. Like, we gotta get out of this. Like, people gotta get out of this being scared shit. Like, there's certain people that's just here to be warriors. Utilize your warriors, bro. Utilize your warriors, man. There's nothing wrong with it. There's some people out here dying for no fucking reason. Why don't you recruit these people out here that's just, these dudes is just bred to be warriors. Put them in a place that's they could use that energy to create some type of change. There's nothing wrong with it at the end of the day. There's been armies for centuries. There's nothing wrong with it. You breed warriors. You breed warriors for, everybody has a place and a purpose to make change in America. Or in any area. You gotta use your warriors. People out here dying for no fucking reason.
Listen, all I know is when all these cops is killing all these kids and all these unarmed people, where the gangsters at?
Where was the gangsters?
Where's
Exactly.
the gangsters at?
All right, protect their neighborhood.
Something. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit ain't. Yeah, that ain't never gonna happen.
it's quiet.
We lost, bro. Yo, our people, yo.
Yo, at the end of the day, I don't really see the difference when a police officer kills us versus.
And we don't see the difference between
Yo,
Yeah,
DJ.
I think the Autobots are trying to come through. Hold
D-
on.
Say
Bumblebee,
it
come
again,
in.
Bumblebee. Say it again, Bumblebee.
Yo, I'm get out of here, man.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out.
Say it again, Bumblebee.
Optimus Mobile, bro. Because
Yeah, he's done.
Yo, you're wildin'. Y'all violated.
yo,
No, I think it's my Wi-Fi.
man.
Yo, go outside, yo, and use your mobile, dog. Go outside. Go for a walk.
Yo. All right. So,
Yo, I'm out, man.
all right, yeah.
All right, later, bro.
Later.